Oh, this was a nice surprise. Oh, it was good. It was enjoyable to read about old friends again. Hadn't, been read this series last year, and I should really do it as a binge read again, but this is a really good series and I am enjoying the heck out of it. And it's nice to meet you. I'm Christina, Kristina. This is the D. Louise book series. This is where we read books. No special effects going on here. No special, my lighting is bad, my video is bad, but I'm trying to do what I can do with what I have. I love to read books. I'm a book reader. As long as my computer continues to work with a binder clip holding it, we're good to go, because the bottom fell out. So anyways, we've been reading the James Patterson, I keep calling it Alex Cross James Patterson, but it's James Patterson's Alex Cross series. We are reading Victoria Thompson's Gaslight series. We are also doing J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series. And the next one up is The King, so be looking forward to that. But anyways, so in between, every so often, I get a book off the shelf, and been waiting for this a while. It's been out a few months, and I've been trying to get it, and I finally got it, and it was a really good book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out my Star Trek Next Generation recaps on Friday, and my If Then. I recently did an If Then Black authors. I was really proud of that one. I got a wide selection of those books, and I was really, hope everybody likes it. So, please check that out if you haven't checked it out. Also, go back and check out my If Then about the Bridgertons, and the homicides and the FBI ones and the Native American cases. Please check all those out for me. I'd really appreciate it if you do that. And also my daily book reviews that I spend so much time reading the books and gathering all my notes together and taking gazillions of notes. So please join me. Jenn Mckinlay, Fatal First Edition, book 14 in the Library Lovers mystery. Lindsay Norris is the Briar Creek librarian. Her husband is Mike Sully. He's also a boat captain. Mary Murphy is his sister. Then we have Ian and Ronnie, and Robbie Vine is a former actor and Emma's boyfriend. He's involved with the community acting. And we have Beth, who is the children's librarian. And Violet is also a retired Broadway actress, and she's also with Robbie in the theater. And we have Sully's parents. But for this one, they're out of town for a little bit. They start the book out of town. And if you'll go back, I just did a couple of days ago, ripped from the pages, Kate Carlisle book with Brooklyn Wainwright. She's a book restorer, and she has a personal appearance, a starring appearance in the beginning of the book. And there's a note in the back that Jenn asked Kate for approval for her characters to do a guest appearance, and she agreed. So Brooklyn makes a guest appearance in this book, a small one. I was kind of hoping for a little larger, but that was just fine. Maybe she'll come back again. Maybe she'll visit Lindsay at the library for an archivist thing or something. We'll see what happens. But I kept waiting for the second murder to happen, and it didn't happen. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Excuse me. Let me back up here. So Lindsay and Sully are out of town. They're in Chicago, and they went to a book archivist convention. And Brooklyn Wainwright is one of the guest speakers. Come here. So she gets to meet Brooklyn. And while they are at the convention, someone leaves a bag under her seat in the convention, and it holds an original copy of Strangers on a Train, the original piece to the Alfred Hitchcock movie. And you know who else did Strangers on a Train? I couldn't help it. This is the first thing I thought of was Strangers in Death. My J.D. Robb. I did all 60 books last year. Please check those out. And we got another one coming in September. September. I think it's September. We get 2 books a year, February and September. So I'm anxious for that. You know, in the olden days, we used to get 4. We'd get 4 J.D. Robbs, 2 books, and then 2 novellas. And then we would get 3 Nora Roberts. Well, we're still getting the 3 Nora Roberts, but we're only getting the 2 JDs. And I would really like to have the 4 back. But anyway, we're getting off topic again. So, she gets this book. It's under her seat. She pulls it out, and it's an original copy. And it's transcribed. 2HB from 2H. 4 Hitch, it was a pleasure, warmly, Pat. And Pat was the author, and Hitchcock was the movie director. You are so cute. I don't know if my table will do this. There she is. She's so cute. So it's an original first edition copy, and it's autographed, and Hitchcock has notes in the margins for his screenplay. So that makes this book massively, massively valuable. So Lindsay's not sure, but when she takes it up to Brooklyn, who is speaking, she interrupts him with Henry. Henry is the archivist director who's in charge of the convention, and she shows it to Brooklyn, and she immediately says, "Oh my God, yes, upon first glance, this looks like a genuine article, and if this is all good, it could be worth thousands upon thousands of dollars." So, and then Henry immediately takes it from her and gives it to his assistant, Penny, and he tells Penny to go find the owner of the book to look for the lost and found or something. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? This book is supposed to be worth tons and tons of money. You're just going to, put it in lost and found? I don't think so. You need to put out an alert. You need to contact all the conventioneers. You need to contact blah, blah, blah. And so Lindsay and Sully head back to Briar Creek on a train. And they are on this train with Henry Standish, the director, Penny Mitten, his assistant, Lydia Armand, who shows up, and Henry has words with her. He apparently was fired from his last job for supposedly losing merchandise. He couldn't prove or authenticate any of the materials he had purchased, and he couldn't prove where he bought them from, and then they were stolen, and he was really fired for a ton of reasons, and he believes he was being framed, and the person he believes was framing him was this Lydia person. And when this Lydia person shows up on the train and confesses that she had been to the convention, and Henry and her get in this big fight, but how could she be at this convention? Well, she uses an assumed name. Because if Henry had found out or had seen her, he would have kicked her out. And then Kirk Duncan is there trying to romance Penny, his assistant. He's trying to get the book back. He wants the book. He wants Strangers on a Train. But Penny doesn't know that. And when someone points that out to her, that he's only using her to get the book, there are words and hurt feelings and stuff like that going on. Because it's revealed later that Kirk is the grandson of Jasmine Bellamy, who is the president of the Archivist Society. And there are some stuff there. There is so much. There's double identity in this book. Oh, I guess I should have said before earlier when I started this. Spoilers! 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 Sorry, I get hammered. And I've done over 900 book reviews. They're all spoilers. All of them. I don't tell you who done it, but I'll tell you everything else. So then Andrew Shields is there, and he really is shady on what his actual employment is. He later says he works for a library convent, and that's a complete lie. Lindsay calls him on it, but he just shuts up. Then we have our train conductor and our Patrick, our car attendant. And in the midst of all this, Henry gets murdered. And he got murdered for the copy of the book. And it happened on a train. And Lindsay and them start talking about strangers on a train. Now, if you've known the movie, and if you know my gal pal here, Mr. Roberts, I was waiting the entire book. I will give you a major spoiler. It does not happen for a second death. Because on Strangers on a Train, the two people meet, and one person says they complain about people they want deceased. So person A says, well, I'll kill your person and you kill my person, and we'll be scot-free because no one will be able to, we have no connection, there's no motive anywhere. And and the second person doesn't want to do it, but because person A has already committed the crime, then blackmails person B into doing the other crime. But there is no second murder in this book. There is only the one murder in this book. But there are fingers pointed in many different directions. There is also a massive blizzard going on. And the train just happens to stop in Briar Creek, and that's where they all have to stay. So Sully and them get off the train, and Emma arrives. Emma is the new police chief, and Officer Kirkland is with her. And we have some brief appearances by Detective Trimble, who is with the state police, because the murder happened, and they're not sure which jurisdiction it happened in it. So they're got this guy from the state of Connecticut's police. And it's a really good book. When they get home, Sully, there's some islands, and he needs to run supplies out to the people on the island because there is a major, huge, massive blizzard arriving. And then Sully goes missing. Apparently he was kidnapped, and we are left hanging for quite a while on Sully's whereabouts. We do not... Lindsay goes all over the place looking for him. Her and Emma Emma conducts interviews at the hotel, at the inn, and Sully goes missing. They go out, they find his boat. It was not damaged, but the ropes were cut, and that's something that Sully would never do. He would never cut the ropes. So obviously he was attacked and taken hostage, or maybe killed. That's the scary thing that Lindsay goes through overnight until she gets a text message from the killer supposed killer, should I say, offering to exchange the book for her husband, because they really, really want the book back. But Emma's got the book locked up in the police safe, and the guy said no police, or the woman said no police, or whoever texted her said no police. And so the only way to get the original copy of the book was to talk to Emma, but the guy said, or woman said, no police. So Lindsay gets this brilliant idea. The library got donated a first edition copy of the book, and she gets all her book club people to help her make a forged copy of the one with just the cover and some other aspects to make her book from the library look like the original, to forge one. In the meantime, Emma does all this other investigation, and she finds some stuff out too. But it's a really good read. I really enjoyed it. The finger goes here and there and here and there and here and there. It's really good. You're catching up with all your Library Lovers cast. They're all there. It's nice to see them all again. Lindsay's all over the place. We get appearances by Heathcliff and her cat, and it was nice to see them again. It was really good catching up. So only one person dies, so that's kind of good. Sully has been kidnapped. You'll have to read the book to find out how Lindsay and her friends rescue Sully and what the motive is. It's very multi-layered, what the motive was for going after Henry Stanwright and why Henry was doing all the stuff that he was doing. It's such a good book. So if you want to go check out Strangers on a Train, but really, JD does a good murder mystery with Lieutenant Eve Dallas of the New York City Police and Security Department. I urge you to check out all 60 of my JD Robb videos. But we cozy people, we like our cozies too. So we're going to be doing some Victoria Thompson in the next couple of days too. But this was a really good read. I really enjoyed it. Lindsay investigating in her hometown. We get brief appearances by all her friends and everybody else. But it was nice, and it was a surprise to see Brooklyn Wainwright in this edition. We have a brief statement by Jenn in the back. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. First, I have to thank my longtime friend, Kate Carlisle. She let me take her bibliophile mystery characters, Brooklyn Wainwright and Derek Stone, and invite them to play. Yes, I did have her read the first chapter and gave her approval, because I didn't want her to think I was going to murder them off. Well, I'm very fortunate to have both Kate, our fellow plot group buddy Paige Shelton, in my life to offer encouragement, ideas, and shenanigans when required. Special shout out to our plot group pal, Hannah Dennison, who resides in England but pops up when she can. So enjoy the book. Enjoy it. I'd read the whole thing to you if I could. Have a good one.